Hello, I am Jason Kufu George. I play keys alongside ShofarBand, and this is the keys tutorial for Behold the Lamb of our studio release, Behold. In this specific tutorial, we shall be tackling how to play the keys parts in a way that is suitable for a congregational context. I'll be illustrating that using Mainstage and basically stock Mainstage libraries and a MIDI controller, except for one plugin that I shall be using on the Mainstage setup. So if you look at the song Behold the Lamb, you'll find that it's broken down into intro section, then verses, chorus, verse again, chorus, and then bridge section, and then a final chorus. And then coming out of there, it's just a massive swimming pool of acoustic guitar and spontaneity. But first, the very first part of the song that we'd like to speak about is the intro. To set up the sounds for the song, you basically just need a standard piano. I personally use a Waves plugin to create that sound, which is a very nice, rich, warm piano. It imitates the sound of the piano that was used in studio very well, in my opinion. And then on top of that, I add a little bit of a pad sound just to give it a little bit of presence in the holding. When you're dialing in the volume for the pad, you can do it to your own personal taste. For this song, I don't like it being very high just because I feel like it gets a bit too fiddly when you get to the super high rangey licks. The song is in the key of G and it is recorded at 69 beats per minute. We personally keep it basically on the 8/8 setting because 69 beats per minute is a bit slow to play live, but that would equate to roughly 138 beats per minute. The intro goes like this. It's at that point that the lead vocalist usually comes in to start singing, "Oh, bless the Lord, my soul remember," to which the verse part goes like this. And then the verse repeats after that. Coming out of that part of the verse, we go into the chorus. From the chorus until the beginning of the bridge, the keys feature very less prominently in the song. It becomes more acoustically driven and electric, supplemented. So we can switch over to doing more pad-related things. For that, all you generally want to do is keep the pad up and the piano out. So something sort of like this. Thereafter, it goes into the verse again, which is basically the same structure as what we just did, minus piano. So if you are looking to hear how that sounds, just refer back to previously in this video. Coming out of the second chorus, therefore, you go into a big musical interlude while the electric guitar solos. That chord structure is basically the same as the first bridge chord structure, the C, D, E minor, 4, 5, 6, if you're familiar with the Nashville number system. You want to keep it from a keys perspective as clean as possible so that it doesn't interfere with all the other instruments or the drums or the bass guitar. So what you generally want to do in moments like that is you want to play pads, but you can approach it from two different perspectives. You can either be super conservative and keep this very well EQ'd pad going ever so calmly as a backdrop to everything, or you could apply different EQ settings, which we generally do more for praise songs, but it depends on the size you're trying to achieve in the song. We could have a sound like that. Also, then you must be slightly more careful with the fact that your trails might become an issue depending on how you want to change the chords. The key to playing pads like this, however, is be basic. Don't try and play fancy chords. Try to keep it as neat and as slow moving as you possibly can. If you really need to change, only when the chord changes. Because underneath the long trails of playing, if you were to play elaborately, every single detail will be lost, and all it will just end up being is a massive soup of mess, which we do not want. Next section goes into the bridge, the down bridge coming out of the solo. And then at that point, the piano features again. Also, the pad can go back down. You unmute the piano in main stage, and then you can play something along the lines of this. And then you hang there until whoever's leading the song comes in with Jesus, oh Jesus, you're worthy, you're worthy. And then if you'll notice on the chord chart, there's a second bridge chord structure. It goes into something more like this. Jesus. Coming out of that, we then go into the big chorus again, the biggest chorus section of the song. It's the massive climax. So once again, a pad would be good. Just follow the chords. Don't try to be flashy. Try to be clean. And then there is the end of the song. This has been the Behold Keys tutorial. I trust that it has been super helpful for you, and I hope for brilliant execution in your congregational context.